Love. It's this tricky thing that's kept us guessing for ages. You hear all these stories about it, the fairy tales, the movies, the songs. But when you really think about it, what's the deal? How do you even know when you've found the one? True love, especially when it's all intense and passionate, it's not all sunshine and rainbows like they make it out to be. You've got these lines like, "True love is eternal, infinite, and always like itself." But does that really sound true? Can love be that perfect, or is it just setting us up for disappointment? Most of the time, the way love's painted, it's like this picture-perfect thing, a happily ever after with no bumps in the road. But let's be honest here. Love can be brutal. It can tear you apart, leave you feeling like you've been punched in the heart. It's messy, it's complicated, and it sure as hell isn't always fair. And everyone's got their own take on it, you know? Their own scars, their own stories. Maybe that's the real tragedy of love. That in our search for it, we end up finding more pain than joy. You know, we've all got these ideas about love, these invisible rules we've set for ourselves. They're like these norms we've internalized, these expectations we feel like we have to live up to in any romantic relationship. But are they really true? Do they hold up when it comes to real love? Maybe if we took a step back and looked beyond these stereotypes of what love's supposed to be, we'd see that it's not always so black and white. I mean, think about it. If it doesn't make you happy, then it isn't true love, or true love completes you. It makes you feel whole again. Are these really the markers of true love, or just glitch S we've been fed? And what about the idea that a partner who loves you truly wouldn't hurt you? Is that really the case, or do even the best relationships have their rough patches? Love has evolved over time. Back in the day, it was often seen as more of a practical arrangement than anything else. Take marriage, for example. It was all about forming alliances, gaining status, or securing financial stability. Couples would tie the knot at a young age, often without really knowing each other all that well beforehand. But nowadays, things have shifted. People are waiting longer to get married, taking their time to really get to know each other before diving into a commitment. And that's changed the way we see love. It's become more about mutual affection and attraction, less about ticking off boxes on a practical checklist. Sure, there are still some who view love through a more traditional lens, seeing it as a means to an end rather than an end in itself. But overall, there's been this shift towards prioritizing emotional connection and compatibility in relationships. And honestly, isn't that what it's all about? Finding someone who truly gets you, who makes your heart skip a beat. Isn't that the kind of love we're all searching for? You know, some say true love is all about finding that partner who's not just a lover, but also your best friend. Someone you can lean on, trust, and grow with. It's about having a deep emotional connection, feeling safe and secure in their arms, and knowing they'll always have your back. And it's not just about the warm ideologies. Men, in particular, might also place a premium on loyalty, respect, and understanding in a relationship. Plus, having shared interests and hobbies can really strengthen that bond. John Joseph Powell said, "It is an absolute human certainty that no one can know his own beauty or perceive a sense of his own worth until it has been reflected back to him in the mirror of another loving, caring human being." Think about it. Sometimes it takes seeing ourselves through someone else's eyes to truly appreciate our own worth and beauty. Their love and support can be like a mirror, showing us parts of ourselves we might never have noticed otherwise. So yeah, maybe love isn't just about finding someone to share your life with. It's also about finding someone who helps you see the best version of yourself, someone who believes in you even when you might not believe in yourself. And isn't that the kind of love worth holding out for? It's true, we all have those blind spots or insecurities that make it tough to see our own worth. Being with someone who loves and accepts us can help us start seeing ourselves more clearly, boosting our confidence and sense of security. But here's the thing. Relying on someone else to validate our worth can actually be a double-edged sword. Finding our own worth and beauty is a journey we have to take on our own. It's an internal process. Depending on someone else to confirm our self-worth can undermine our independence and lead to low self-esteem. We need to learn to love and accept ourselves first without needing external validation. By building a solid foundation of self-worth that's independent of others' opinions or actions, we can develop true confidence and security. This way, we can enter relationships as whole individuals, sharing our lives with others from a place of strength rather than need. For women, true love is about feeling safe and secure in the relationship. It's about being seen, heard, and valued for who they are, not just for what they do or provide. Love means being able to be vulnerable and authentic without fear of judgment or rejection. It's about mutual respect, shared goals and values, and a deep emotional connection. Maya Angelou, the renowned memoirist and poet, beautifully captured this with her words. Love recognizes no barriers. It jumps hurdles, leaps fences, penetrates walls to arrive at its destination full of hope. Her quote emphasizes that true love transcends any obstacles or differences that may stand in its way. Love isn't about superficial things like wealth, status, or physical appearance. It's about a deeper connection between two people that goes beyond any external factors. True love is about the connection of hearts and minds, not just physical attraction or external validation. But is this true in every case? Well, love is complex and unique to each person and relationship. While the ideal of love transcending barriers and being based on deep connection resonates with many, relationships can still be influenced by external factors. Each love story is different, and what holds true for one may not for another. The essence, though, remains that true love seeks to connect on the deepest level, overcoming challenges, and looking beyond the surface. The notion of leaping fences and jumping hurdles for love can indeed be problematic. In some cases, people might stay in toxic or abusive relationships because they believe they need to overcome obstacles to prove their love. This can lead to dangerous and unhealthy dynamics where individuals sacrifice their own well-being, safety, or self-respect in the name of love. True love should never require compromising your own health or self-worth. It's important to recognize the difference between healthy challenges that strengthen a relationship and harmful situations that erode your sense of self. Love should be about mutual respect, support, and growth, not enduring pain or mistreatment to demonstrate your commitment. These days, young people often have a different take on love. For many, it's about physical attraction and having fun. There's a strong emphasis on looks. A man needs to have a broad chest, a beard, be tall and handsome. A woman needs to be curvy and beautiful. And then there's the need to go public. If your relationship isn't all over social media, is it even real? This perspective raises some important questions. Can true love be found with someone who is handicapped? Can it exist with someone who doesn't shower you with gifts or take care of you in the way social media glorifies? These doubts arise because of the huge influence of social media and popular culture, which promote a more superficial view of love. Love is often portrayed as something practical and outwardly focused, with grand gestures and flashy displays being the norm. Many young people see love as something that needs to be showcased on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, highlighting what their partners have done for them and what plans they have next. Love, in this context, is something that must be expressed in a dramatic, showy way. While this might feel like true love to some, it can create unrealistic expectations of what love should be. This superficial approach can make it harder for young people to form genuine, meaningful connections. The definition of love has shifted, often placing greater expectations on men to meet these extravagant standards. Many young girls today believe that their man should do everything for them. They expect financial support, emotional and physical presence, and even assistance with their family's financial issues. The man in a relationship is often seen as the happy slave who works hard all day and then comes home to shower his partner with love and gifts. On the other hand, older generations tend to see love as something based on shared values and commitment. Author Sylvester McNutt stated this well. "I don't think most people understand what true love is. It's not the cheesy couple goals posts for Instagram. It's not the fancy dates, the happy hours, or the majestic nights laughing at silly movies. True love is waking up in the middle of the night to help you when you're sick because I don't want you to be sick alone. It's being your shoulder to cry on, to vent to. True love is being your biggest cheerleader and toughest critic." True love, according to this perspective, is about deep, meaningful support and connection. It's about being there for each other through thick and thin, not just during the good times. It's about being a partner in every sense of the word, sharing burdens, providing support, and helping each other grow. This kind of love is based on mutual respect, understanding, and commitment rather than on material gifts or public displays. True love is about connecting on a spiritual level so deep that you can feel your partner's presence even when they're not around. Older generations may see love as less flashy or dramatic, focusing more on lasting and stable commitment. They value loyalty, consistency, and understanding over the excitement and passion that younger people often associate with love. They also tend to have a broader view, encompassing familial and platonic connections alongside romantic ones. It's important to remember that everyone's experience of love is unique, and there's no one right way to perceive or experience it. Age doesn't determine the validity of one's perspective on love. Considering the views of people from different generations can be both interesting and helpful, broadening our own understanding of what love can be. Ultimately, true love is personal and multifaceted. Whether it's the passionate, fun-filled love of youth or the steady, committed love of age, each perspective has its own value and insight to offer. By appreciating these different views, we can gain a richer, more nuanced appreciation of love in all its forms.